So tonight, Ted Cruz signing up for Obamacare. Did you think I lived in an alternate universe? Did you think you did not just hear what I just said? Well, guess what? The newly announced Republican presidential candidate, who quickly rose to fame in the Senate for railing against the president's health care plan, is now going to be on the president's health care plan. And guess how we know? Because Dana Bash asked him, and here's what he told her.
You and your family have been getting your health insurance through your wife's job. Her company has been Goldman Sachs. She has now left that to help you with your campaign. So where are you getting your health insurance now?
So she's taking an unpaid leave of absence from her job, and so we're transitioning. We'll be getting new health insurance, and we'll presumably do it through my job in the Senate. And so we'll be on the federal exchange like millions of others on the federal exchange.
So you will be getting Obamacare effectively.
It is one of the good things about Obamacare is that the statute provided that members of Congress would be on the exchanges without subsidies, just like millions of Americans. So there wouldn't be a double standard.
He calls it the exchanges. Interesting. He didn't want to use the word Obamacare when it came to himself. How surprised were you when he told you that today?
I honestly didn't know how he was going to answer that question. And so the answer is I was surprised, and you can tell that I was by the way I followed up.
The irony is just kind of unbelievable that you have made your name fighting against Obamacare, and you now are going to sign up to get your insurance through that very process, Obamacare.
Listen, it was the case before Obamacare that federal employees could get health insurance through their jobs. That's not a new development. So yes, I'll get my insurance through my job like millions of other Americans. That's not a shocking...
Will you take a subsidy from your job, which is the federal government?
We will follow the text of the law. I strongly oppose the exemption that President Obama illegally put in place for members of Congress because Harry Reid and the Senate Democrats didn't want to be under the same rules as the American people.
That means you are going to take a government subsidy?
I believe we should follow the text of the law.
The law that you want to repeal?
Yes, no, I believe we should follow the text of every law, even laws I disagree with.
That was amazing.
I was obviously very surprised that he answered that way, but I should also give you a little bit of a postscript since, especially in that last answer, I was trying to get out of him whether or not he was going to accept. I called it a subsidy. You can also call it an employer contribution, like we have working for a big company. Those who work for the federal government get it as well. But theirs, of course, comes from taxpayer money because they work for the government. Right. Many Republicans who oppose Obamacare on principle say, OK, I'm going to go into the Obamacare exchange, but I won't take the employer contribution. He didn't have an answer for me there, but afterwards his spokeswoman said the answer is no. If, in fact, he does go into the Obamacare exchange, he's not going to take
so
the
he would
employer
turn that subsidy down.
Subsidy, exactly.
But interesting what he had to say, that he'll follow the law, even though, as you point out, that is a law he so adamantly wants to repeal.
It is. And you know, the other thing that the Cruz people are sort of pushing back on, and it's something that I kind of understand about, is that a lot of Republicans who oppose Obamacare take it because they effectively don't have any choice because it's the law of the land.
Yeah, of course. And it's a fair point, but of course it's tough when you are the face of repealing Obamacare. Dana Bash, thanks so much. And Anderson starts now.